Hello, and welcome to the Bluegrass Sports Show, or
We are the BS show.
are we?
We are. We are two fat guys that talk crap. What we are Vizars, a sinfully fat.
What?
Vizars, a
The
sinfully fat.
czars?
The
Okay.
czars of sinfully fat. You need to lengthen and strengthen your vocabulary.
Vocabulary? Okay.
Vocabulary.
I'm Carl.
I'm Perry. Tell them what we're doing. Tell them what we're doing. I'm so excited.
This is the animal, just so you know. And today, we are doing we're going to make a starting five for Kentucky. Kentucky basketball.
The Cates.
And it's going to be a draft, and it's going to be a serpentine draft. Perry will get first pick. And I mean, there's a lot of great players that come through Kentucky, so we may not end up picking the same players, which I'm assuming that my first pick will be taken. But anyway, so it should still be a great draft, and there should still be some great teams put together with this.
Yes, absolutely.
Um,
No matter who each one of
Right.
us gets, there's been enough unbelievable talent to come through
Yeah.
Kentucky that you can make a case for either winning. But I'm going to tell you, just looking at my list that I have to choose from, I've only got maybe four out of. I wrote down a primary for each spot and a secondary. I've only got four guys played under Cal.
Oh, well, I've got quite a few more than that.
Okay.
Not really. I started making a list, and then I said, screw it. I'm just going to go off the top of my head.
And it's not a shot at the talent that we've had recently
No.
because it's been fantastic.
No.
But you're talking.
But you're talking all time.
You're talking 113 years
Oh.
approximately of just immaculate, nasty,
Now, I
in
don't
your
have
face championship
I don't have
winning
any players.
quality basketball. What?
I don't have any players before Patino.
I do.
I don't. I don't have any. But anyway, I mean, when you start going back that far, I would need to go watch them some more, and that's my problem. But anyway,
I don't even know why I put a secondary position at my center.
what?
Because I'm taking Davis number one.
Well,
I mean,
true.
I didn't need a secondary for my center.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, you
So,
all knew it was going number
yeah.
one.
Barry does get to start, so go ahead, Barry. even though you
Oh,
already
I'm
said
sorry. Allow me to rephrase. Anthony Davis off the board. Now,
All right, and before you start each pick, talk about why you picked them. Wait till the end. Let's get the draft over with. Some people may not want to hear the why, so they can stop watching after we get our draft done. So at my number one, I don't know. At my number one, I'm going to take J Wall,
okay.
and then at my number two, I'm going to grab Jamal Mashburn.
Okay. Where are you going to play him at?
Mashburn, the three.
The three?
The
Okay.
three.
He's more of a natural four for college.
But no, I like him at the three.
I understand. I actually had him pegged as my number one option for my power forward.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So, what you're going to do, you're going to force my hand a little bit with that pick. Okay.
Okay.
You forced my hand with both picks, actually. Both of those were one options for me.
Right.
My secondary option for point guard.
He's not losing much.
My secondary option for point guard, I still really like. And keep in mind, something I want to emphasize about this draft. This is based on college.
Yes,
We're
college
not-
alone.
We are not taking into
Yeah.
account
NBA presence.
what happened in the NBA.
Right.
This is all about 1 year of college for Anthony Davis, 1 year of college for John
J
Wall, 2 years
The
of college
Monster
for
Mash.
Jamal Mashburn. That's what's taken
Yeah.
into account here.
Right.
I'm going to go ahead. You've already taken your point guard, so I'm just going to leave point guard alone.
Right.
You've already taken
That's
your
how I do
small
a center.
forward.
Yeah.
I'll probably leave them small forwards alone. I'm going to drop Davis to the power forward
Oh God.
in my lineup. I'm not taking DeMarcus Cousins.
Okay. Thank God.
I'm not going to.
I needed somebody to combat Davis.
Because I don't like Davis. I'm sorry, I don't like Cousins with my lineup. Now,
Okay.
you may like him better with your lineup, and I completely understand that. I'm going Dan Issel at the 5.
Ooh.
All-time leading scorer in Kentucky
I
basketball
like
history.
it. I like
Played
it.
with a lot of talent for his time. Almost 30,000 points in the NBA
I like it.
or in pro. So I'm taking Issel at my 5, dropping Davis down to the 4.
Okay.
Okay, Davis can stretch the floor some in college, so I like him at the 4. Here's where I'm going to go ahead and tell you the precinct of my team is going to be defense and
I thought we
versatility.
wouldn't tell you this till after we're done.
Why don't you just hush? They like my voice.
You never follow my rules.
I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and take my shooting guard
Okay.
right here. See, do I want to go with one or two? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go with the top scoring shooting guard in University of Kentucky history. A perfect player to play alongside my point guard. Somebody to stretch the floor. Also a great defensive player. Taking Tony Delk.
Ooh, Tony Delk played a lot of one.
Tony Delk was best of the two.
He played a lot of one. I was considering him at number one.
Well, your team would have automatically lost because Tony Delk is shooting guard. He's a shooting guard.
No, he played both.
He played shooting guard on a team that went 34-2.
He was stout. He was stout at number one.
He played.
And we're talking about a monkey man too, but we ain't talking about this.
He played shooting guard
on
the greatest team of all time.
Well, okay, I'll give you that one.
He's shooting guard.
So I've got So at power forward, well, it don't matter now. You've already picked all the position when you can move them. So at shooting guard, based on my team, I'm grabbing Jody Meeks.
Okay, I like it.
And that's just for shooting.
I like who I've got to combat him with and guard him.
Yeah, true.
So.
That's tough. So I'm gonna go center, and I'm gonna grab DeMarcus Cousins.
Okay.
I shouldn't have done that, but go ahead.
You shouldn't have done that?
No, I shouldn't have.
Somebody's already regretting his team.
No, if you grab my number 4, I'm going to be pissed. Go ahead.
You still like a power forward, right?
Yeah.
Well, I've already got my post guys.
Uh-huh.
Unless you're wanting to just play small ball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My small forward, I still like point guard, small forward, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go ahead and take my point guard.
Okay.
Tyler Ulis.
Ooh, Ulis. I like Ulis.
Tyler Ulis. He broke every record that Wall set.
I like Ulis.
So I like Ulis with my team. I like Ulis. Well, you're getting mad at me for talking about it, so I'll just go ahead and move on.
Well, we're going to be doing a lot of talking after.
Okay. At small forward, and God almighty, I've got a defensive player of the year in Ulis. I've got that in Davis. I wanted to go more defense with my 3. I thought about Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Thought hard about it. Heart of a champion. But I'm going against that.
At some point, you need some shooting.
Because I've dropped Davis to the 4. I'm going to put just a little bit more wing shooting and not really going to lose any defense.
Okay.
I'm going to take a 6'9" lefty, an All-American who played for the Detroit Pistons.
Yep, I got you.
I'm taking Tayshaun Prince at the 3.
I'm fine with that. And I could easily see 2005 small forward.
Are you talking Joe Crawford?
Kalina Azubuike. That's who I was saying.
No, I wasn't going to take him.
You don't like Azubuike?
I like Azubuike, but I'm not taking him over Gilchrist or Tayshaun. Absolutely not. Somebody's still not wearing shoes.
God, you're killing me. But when you said that you needed somebody with the outside shooting and defense, I mean, he was good. And that's what Kidd-Gilchrist can't shoot that good.
Tayshaun was an All-American.
Tayshaun was tough. But the only reason, I'm going to give my last one. We ain't done that yet. So my last one is Antoine Walker.
I had him.
And that's what I was worried about, was you moving him down to the 3 right after I said Cuz. And I was like, oh, God.
I didn't want him at the 3 for the same reason I didn't want Jamal Mashburn at the 3. Because their games are better suited to play the 4 in the college game.
Well, but they're not, you're not stretching the floor with them two, really. I mean, they could shoot, but not supreme level. You know, they're not really good shooters.
I will give you that Mashburn has a better chance to score and to win the battle of Tayshaun.
Right.
Granted, Tayshaun's the best small forward to ever come from the University of Kentucky. Who's better?
I would put Mashburn above him, but you're saying Mashburn's a
Mashburn was a post player in college.
A little bit.
He could do perimeter stuff as well. If you want to classify Mashburn as a small forward, I'll give you that.
That's what I'm doing. I classify him as a small forward.
Tayshaun's next on that list.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Tayshaun's tough.
I understand we're not factoring in NBA stuff like this, but he was an Olympic gold medalist, an NBA champion, all defensive caliber player in the NBA.
He's tough.
So just his time in Kentucky, he's an All-American.
Yeah, he's tough. I like
First team
Tayshaun.
All-American.
And I think these two teams would have fun playing each other. It's going to be a tough game.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's going to be a tough game. And I'm going to, if I was coaching this team, right, and defense, I'm going to have Cuz guarding Davis. Walker, trying to stop Issel. I am, because Walker has no chance of stopping Davis. None whatsoever. He has a much better chance of stopping Issel than Davis. Davis
Antoine Walker was a
supreme
good
athletic.
defender as well. Antoine Walker was
Yeah,
really good.
Davis beats him so bad.
Anthony Davis is the greatest player to ever play at the University of Kentucky.
And that's why I
And
need
second
Cuz.
might be Dan Issel.
I need Cuz to try to stop him.
And second might be Dan Issel on that list.
Um,
Dan Issel had an elite program. I know we're not factoring
I
pro
know.
but just so many people, especially the younger viewers,
They don't have a clue, Dennis.
you're not going to appreciate the pick of Dan Issel, and I understand that.
Go look it up.
And that may factor into your decision as to which one of us made the better team, because you're more aware and
Right.
more familiar with DeMarcus Cousins. I absolutely accept that.
No, especially not. No, not period. Issel's better.
Thank you.
But you need to go look that up. You need to check that out.
For the
if you
record,
What's that?
had you not taken Wall, I was keeping Davis at the 5, and I was taking Walker at the 4.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you took Wall, it's the reason why I added in Issel and added in the option to drop Davis to the 4.
Right.
Because you
And we're talking about versatility,
you
too.
couldn't take Wall and you couldn't take Ulis.
Right.
Wall, fantastic player at Kentucky. A little bit turnover prone,
Well,
but he's a freshman.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's young.
he played at a super high rate of speed. The floor spacing in college isn't as good as what
Right.
it is in the league, so that hurt with his turnovers as well. I'm taking a sophomore year Tyler Ulis, who was arguably the best pure point guard in the entire country, maybe the best point guard overall
right.
in the entire country that year. Broke, of course, the records that Wall set as a point guard with assists, and was probably maybe the best assist to turnover ratio in the history of Kentucky basketball as a point guard. And he was an alpha. He was an alpha, and he was shorter than me. He could take the ball off the dribble and get his own shot with ease,
Right.
being half the with his creativity. To me, it's whenever choosing, and they've talked.
But when you talk about your team, I think Ulis is the perfect complementary player at point guard.
Yes, I agree.
I like that.
You've got Wall as a featured player,
Mhm.
as to where my point guard complementary, exactly as you said.
Right.
But what I'm looking at in my aspect, and I completely lost all train of thought.
I'm so sorry.
You
I was
killed
trying
me.
to help you, or not help you, but I was trying to compliment
and
you, and I
killed
ruined
me,
it.
and you killed me.
Ruined
but-
your train of thought.
With Ulis, he won Defensive Player of the Year in the SEC his
He's
sophomore year. He's someone that could isolate and
And big
go
heart.
one-on-one, and with his creativity and score. He could score from anywhere on the floor.
And he's a big heart. He's not going to stop.
Exactly.
He's going to try to fight till the end.
Precisely. Throwing that together with the greatest shooting guard in the history of the University of Kentucky.
Okay.
Now, as far as what they went on to do down the line, it's what it is.
Right.
What maybe a Devin Booker or Malik Monk could have done with 4 years like Tony Delk had,
Right.
who knows? But Tony Delk is top 5 all time in scoring.
And he's a monkey man.
He can fly.
No, that's what I mean. I mean, he's long as
Long.
crap.
He's like 6'2" or 6'3", but he can guard small.
He's got the wingspan. It's unbelievable. And his hands are huge. And honestly, I'll go ahead and tell you my second pick at point guard, if you were to get John Wall. Mine was Rondo.
Mhm.
Because, once again, we're going to my type of point guards. John Wall was not a shooter at Kentucky. He was a drive-in scorer. But he still kind of looked to score.
Mhm.
Rondo's more my type,
Mhm.
not looking to score. But he's the same way as Tony Delk. He had really long arms, big hands, and great defensively because of that.
A regular season game, these teams are a toss-up.
Right.
The tournament is won through the guard position. I think in an NCAA tournament game, I think my team's better.
I don't know. I think my team's going to run up and down the floor as much as they can.
My team's
With
too.
Jody Meeks at shooting guard. Well, Ulis didn't push the ball as much as Wall. Wall wanted to just run. He was a horse.
That was Wall's play
Right,
style.
exactly. And that's what I'm saying.
And Ulis was a great point guard in all measures.
Oh,
He could play
yeah.
a half-court game, and he could push the ball. You're forgetting the fact that he was the backup point
I'm not
guard.
forgetting.
You talk about how the 2015 team to you was boring. We're remembering two different teams, because I remember a team that just demolished people, just completely crushed them with athleticism.
I'm saying they didn't really play that tempo though that gets you on the edge of your
They
seat.
didn't play a tempo as an offensive setting.
That's what I'm
They played
saying.
tempo based
That's
off
when-
of defense.
When I said that they were boring,
Their defense.
that's all I was
Their
meaning.
defense created their tempo.
Yeah, but their play style
And
was a
Ulis was a big
slower
part
play
of that.
style.
But next year, he and Jamal Murray and Isaiah Briscoe, they were ferocious at
Man.
just the tempo game. Transition. He threw a
I was
lob off the
disappointed with that.
backboard to Marcus Lee.
But that's the next year. We were talking about 15.
No, I just mentioned him and Murray and
I
Briscoe.
know, but
the
I'm
next year.
saying.
I'm talking 16 at this point. 15's done.
But I was talking about.
I don't want to cry.
You were talking about the. I know. Tell me about it. But you were talking about the slow pace.
Well, we've talked about that team. We're done with that team. We're talking about Tyler Ulis. Tyler Ulis can play the same brand of basketball as John Wall as far as pushing. He can't finish over top of people like Wall.
Like Wall, yeah.
But he's going to be
He's a little
like
bit better
a
shooter, though. I mean,
he's a lot better shooter than
right.
Wall was.
Well, I mean, I'm saying now, but
Ulis with that elbow jumper, it was automatic. Just count.
Ulis was tough. I really liked Ulis. I love that pick. I do. The two guard, like I said, I look at Delk as a one, but I really needed Jody Meeks shooting. That's why I took Meeks.
You needed Jody Meeks shooting?
Yeah.
I've got the one guy that I would trust to take Jody Meeks completely
One
out
on
of the game.
one. He's gonna, and he's completely one on one. Most people have to double team Jody Meeks. Delk's gonna be able to stay with him one on one and hold him down. And I mean, I think our teams are great to combat each other. It's gonna be a really good game
I want to see Tayshawn's length in college
against Mashburn. I know,
explosiveness.
and that's what this would be a great matchup. The only problem where I'm at a disadvantage would be Issel to Walker. That's a disadvantage because Cousins has got to guard Davis, or else Davis is going to kill Walker. And Walker's a great defender, don't get me wrong, but it's his length and athleticism versus them two. That's going to be a problem. And that's where I'm at the disadvantage. If you utilize that, you're probably coming away with a victory.
Better shooting.
Now, as far as strength, neither one of those guys are going to be able to stop Cuz, strength-wise.
Issel can.
I don't think he can match him strength. I think Cousins bigger and stronger.
But everything that Cousins does on one side, and I understand that you don't have them guarding each other. I completely understand. Issel would match on the other side.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, him over Walker. If they were both playing center guarding each other, then they just cancel out.
Also, if your team had just a little bit more floor spacing, I would like Cousins better in that.
Right.
Your team's going, wow, you have Jody for shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Mashburn was an okay shooter.
He was okay. So was Walker. He was okay. But they wasn't nothing special. And Wall was... You wasn't going to get mad at him for taking a three.
You want to know what I like most about my team as compared to yours?
I think you got better shooting.
Well, I've got better shooting. I also have better versatility as far as playmaking.
I see.
I've got three guys, in which Issel and Davis can bring the ball up, but I'm not going to use him for that.
No. You don't want him for that.
But I'm going to have Tayshawn Prince, who plays point forward. He could bring the ball up, and he could run the offense. You yourself said you think of Tony Delk as a point guard.
Right, he is. To me, he's a point guard.
He started at point on the 96 team to start the season, and it wasn't working. So they moved Epps. They brought Epps off the bench.
But it just wasn't working with that team.
Well,
he's still a point guard.
That's because it was an elite team. He wasn't a point guard. He's a scorer.
He is a scorer. He loves scoring.
He was better at the shooting guard position.
And fun fact about Delk is also he's one of the only players, Trey Patino said himself, you cannot yell at him. If you yell at him or fuss at him over something, it'll take him out of the game. He don't have the heart for it. You can't yell at him. You want him to do better, you just tell him.
Well, some players, it's just different.
But that's just a fun fact. Sorry.
I've got three guys across the perimeter that's going to be able to run the offense.
Yeah,
and with floor spacing.
You always go versatility, always. Right? I've known this, and you love versatility, which I do too. Don't get me wrong, I do, but I've always been.
Check out this versatility.
Are you wanting to show that you're bald?
I was showing that my hat can be worn frontwards and backwards. Versatility.
My hat looks better backward, especially on you because it covers this up. But anyway, I got about that's it for the video.
I like the teams.
I do too. That was fun.
For your team specifically, who would you take to coach?
Oh. I don't like Patino here.
I agree. You got a dribble drive team.
I don't like Patino. I mean, I'm probably taking Cal.
I think you can't go wrong with either or. If you take Patino at his strength and you take Cal at his strength, both are great coaches. Your team
I
is.
didn't like Patino in close games, though.
Patino won a lot in Kentucky, man.
I didn't like him in close games. I would trust him to blow out a team before I trust him to beat a team by 2 points. I just didn't like Patino in close games.
I'm looking at a team that is equipped to hound you from baseline to baseline.
Yeah, I like your team. I mean,
and I think,
like we said before, these are some of the greatest college players
I would take John Calipari's run at Kentucky right now over Rick Pitino's run in the 90s. It's just me personally. I think Cal now is a better coach than Pitino is now. But for my team specifically,
I don't know.
You give me Rick Pitino from 95 to 97 right there, and let him have a team to run a press.
And especially a shooting team,
with
too.
With Ulis, with Delk, with Tayshaun, and
tough,
with Davis playing center field in that
center
press.
Field?
Yes, that's what you call. You put somebody back at mid-court, they're playing center field, and you have Issel back as well. You're running a three-man press with Tayshaun, Delk, and Ulis. You've got two water bug defenders and someone with the wingspan of a pterodactyl. And that's not even talking about Anthony Davis. I think I would take a pressing Rick Pitino, in which a lot of it's rules as well.
Right.
What era if you're playing in 90s rules, naturally I'm taking Pitino to coach at today's rules. I might go ahead and take Cal.
Right.
So.
And one thing as well, fun fact about Pitino, was he hated it if you took a jump shot right inside the 3-point line. If you could take one step back.
It's the lowest percentage shot to take.
Yeah, but if you could take one step back and shoot a 3, he wanted you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
He hated it for you to pull a jumper
Pitino
right
was
there.
one of the first college coaches that was really spreading the floor and shooting threes like that.
Well, that's another fun
part of that was just a lack of talent that he had at Providence, and whenever he first come to Kentucky, where they were on probation, it's just if you're going to beat teams, you don't have the horses to play with them in a half-court game. You outshoot them.
You're right. So. But I really like those teams. That's fun. That was a fun video. I liked it.
Good.
So if you guys liked it, though, hit that like button and that subscribe button. As always, thank you for watching. Like our Facebook page. It's the Bluegrass Sports Show. Follow us on Twitter, Bluegrass Sport 2. And
have we finally matched the shirt color?
It is.
Really close. Looky there.
And
we told Shaq. He apparently didn't get the text.
So, once again, thank you guys. Have a great day.